Welcome. Welcome, everybody. I'd like to take this step. Why am I black? Technically, I'm gray. I would like to take this time to ask you to dig down deep, reach into the deepest corner of your soul, and just ask DeOrio. Sit with me, brother. Speak with me. Hold on, I gotta tweet this shit out. Oh shit. Apple, member for 2 months. Thank you. Why does it say I've only been a member for 2 months? I don't fucking know. I'm gonna give it a second just to see if DeOrio actually does. He's not gonna come through. I'm just gonna see if he does though. Is the jazz too loud? Do I need to tone down the jazz? This isn't Maine. Yeah, no. This I thought about it and I was like, I'm not doing this fucking gay shit on Maine. Fuck that. The double standard was good as is. This is literally just like rehashing the same shit.
My biggest fan. Look, it's my biggest fan.
Where's the alerts?
My biggest fan.
Oh, there it is. There it is. It was under the layer. Show balls, not happening. It's good? Okay. I have everything ready here. I'm just waiting. We'll give it like... Give it till 3:50 my time. It's 3:45 right now. Let's give it like 5 minutes. Show Pikachu? I actually don't have Pikachu with me. I have SpongeBob though. Yo, what's up, Raph? Really, Derpin? Yeah, who cares? Can we get a live butthole reveal? If I mark it as educational, it should be fine. You growing locks? No, I'm not growing locks. I'm doing twists. I think the chick, I got it done yesterday, but the chick put way too much product in it, and it's like fucking stiff, bro. What the hell? Is the VOD gonna stay up? Yes, the VOD will stay up. That's why I'm gonna avoid saying no words. Three more minutes. If DeOrio doesn't come in, I actually have a backup. The reason it took me so long is I had to get my own DeOrio for this stream. But we will persevere. It'll all be okay. I know that he's active on Twitter because there ain't a way in hell he's active outside. Come on, DeOrio. Call in. We're all waiting for you. Yo, what's up, Michael Alberto? Pick up the phone, baby. Ooh. I know you're home, baby. Ooh. Come on, buddy. This is your chance. Two more minutes, and then we'll start. But at any point, if he's got his red pen out some more on Twitter, if he's saying some stuff, I know he's going to be in the chat. DeOrio, I know you're going to be in the chat, lurking. You might even watch this and respond to it later. But god damn it if I don't want to squeeze them cheeks right now. I'll be damned. Oh yeah, the truce is fucking over. They broke that shit like 3 times. I just didn't care. I was working on other shit, but I like how people say it's broken now because I'm saying something, but like, nah, this shit's been broken for like months. My patience is just running very thin. Thank you for the 1, Black Wolf. $3.49. Let's give it 1 more minute. Almost 60 seconds. No DM on Discord. Let me check my Twitter. Close this. Go to the first tab here. Okay.
I love Israel. I love Israel. Gone. Gone.
We love Israel. Thank you for the 1. He will get his lispy henchman to debate you, right? It's like, why can't the experts of both cases just fucking sit down and talk about it? What is it? What is this corny ass rigmarole?
Actually, you have to debate 3 other...
I gotta go through the gauntlet. Meanwhile, it's just me. I'm just chilling. I'm just like right here. I'm like, okay, anytime.
Have you gone through these other people first? I bet you haven't.
Okay, that's enough time. Let's check the DMs one more time. Man, they're barren. Unfortunate. It's okay, though, because we have our own DeOrio here.
I think that Technicals quite literally just wants to like hurt Bigby just to hurt me because he knows I care about him. And I think that's the way that it's been done. And that's why I personally hate the guy.
Garrett, thank you for the 20. Shout out to Night Dash. Keep up the good work, Tech. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Let's go through this. Twitlonger is down. Okay, first off, addressing the drama, 7/12/23. This took me a day to prep a response because it was that easy. I don't know how I do it so consistently, but
I love Israel. Gone.
it just comes to me.
Gone.
Thank you, Michael Alberto, for the 5. DeOrio needs to redebate flamenco for the 30th time. Much more important. Right. I think he accused me of being an A-logger, but I've seen him post about flamenco more than I'd like to mention that I fucking care about, which is none. Okay. I gotta zoom in, actually, for you guys. Here we go. Twitlonger is down, so I am attaching this as a document. I don't very much like to have to retread my 4-year-old video so people can smear my friend as some kind of pedophile because they are mad at me. This has become a new trend for the last few months, so I'm giving my final thoughts publicly as a response to a 1.5 years of bullshit. Screenshot this, archive it, print it out, and hang it on your wall. I thought that part was especially funny. But I'd like the members of the audience right now. This fucking jazz music is making me feel like I'm at a church right now. Sorry if I'm speaking to you like a real Christian pastor for once in my fucking life. But I thought I'd be honest. Notice how every time I criticize Zaptai, someone else criticizes Zaptai, you're coming after his friend. This is his friend. This isn't some random fucking guy he met by making these videos on the internet, some YouTuber that he just likes. This is his friend, okay? And you're smearing him. Mind you that I'm not smearing him as a pedophile. I think I've gone on record multiple times saying I don't think he's a pedophile, and I think he even acknowledges that down here, so I don't know why he brought this up. Maybe it's because of the Red Kiwis clip where he says, even if she was 16, doesn't matter, she was illegal. My nigga, I think you're a pedophile. 1916, I think you're a pedophile. That's probably it. But I'm definitely not making that assertion. Let me see. Do I have something here for that?
I hate him because I don't think he actually thinks any of the stuff he's saying. I think he's just trying to twist the knife because he knows that like this matters to me.
Right. Right.
Sure, dude. That's fine.
Right. Okay. And right here, Nicholas DeOrio assures you that it's okay if you want to criticize Zaptai. It's fine. It's not a smear campaign. It's just valid criticism. Let me fucking pause this fucking jazz music. Jesus Christ. It's actually fucking with my mental. All right.
Into this, you thought she was 17, you find out that she's 16.
Correct.
And you continue the conversation. At this point, you were 19, and I believe at some point you turned 20.
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yeah.
Now, do you in hindsight think this was inappropriate, or
Oh, for
like,
sure.
Where are you today?
So, I didn't mean to cut you off, but yes, definitely yes. That was just straight up fucking creepy and not all right. I have no qualm saying that.
Yeah, see, I see it as a point to criticize you on.
For sure.
I don't know if it's entirely a get the fuck out of the community. Get out of here, dude. That's fucked up, bro.
Right. So we have that clip, of course. Jazz music initiated. Mind you, I'll go over this later, but mind you that Zaptai was never 19 at the time of the allegations. He was never 19 at the time of the allegations, but this is consistently brought up very deliberately. We'll move on to the next point. Okay. Also, in his prediction video on me, this is where I got some of the sound bites from that are actually really fucking funny. He said, I think that Technicals quite literally just wants to, like, hurt Bigby just to hurt me because he knows I care about him. And I think that's the way that it's been done, and that's why I personally hate the guy. And he also says, Bigby didn't do anything wrong. He didn't do anything to you. This is in response to me criticizing his Zaptai case. So let's play those two clips. Jazz music off.
I think that Technicals quite literally just wants to like hurt Bigby just to hurt me. Because he knows I care about him. And I think that's the way that it's been done. And that's why I personally hate the guy.
Whoa, damn, all right.
Even the disgraced commentator Edwin, something about feet, something about a threesome, something. He thought that was a little bit excessive, but let's play the next clip where he literally says that he did nothing wrong, which is an interesting choice of words.
Other got brought up, so I understand. I just wish he didn't target people. Bigby didn't do anything wrong, so he didn't do anything to you. So.
Hold on. Can you guys hear this? I actually have it on here as well. Hold on.
Bigby didn't do anything wrong, so he didn't do anything to you. Bigby didn't do anything wrong, so he didn't do anything to you.
Bigby didn't do anything wrong. He didn't do anything to you. I don't know how that's relevant to him sexting a 16-year-old when he was 20, and that valid criticism that we just established you're allowed to have. But fuck me, right? I'm just a light-skinned nigga trying to make it in the world. Jazz music on. On to the next point. Let's see. You'd assume that this incredibly emotional response would be for, you know, like a family member or even less likely a girlfriend, and not some YouTuber that he got to know through doing the investigation. And if someone decides to criticize him for sexting a minor, that criticism isn't suddenly negated because they also don't like you. Who gives a fuck? People call Zero a pedophile all the time. I literally do not care. They're probably going to do it in the replies of this. Whatever. I don't, like, that's not them smearing my friend. If they have a problem with what he did, they have a problem with what he did. And that's fine. Okay. Now. I'm just hoping he doesn't pull out his red pen, because I'm going to respond to each of these fucking paragraphs, alright? That was the first part. My stance on technicals. In regards to technicals in his double standards video, which was designed as a total and a complete no-you to deflect from a degenerate content creator he was actively defending, I think his criticisms of me were poor. Many of them were nitpicks, and nothing seemed pressing enough to respond to. Okay. I thought this document was responding to the points I made in my video. It was the final serious statement response to the arguments that I had. But instead, he seems to just kind of make vague remarks about the criticisms in the video. And they were too nitpicky to respond to, apparently even in this document that clearly took him a long time to write. So let's go over those points he doesn't think warranted a response, yet somehow warranted a two-page Google Doc on Twitter. All right. So first off is the argument about child pornography. I can't speak. The argument about child pornography. Child pornography. It's the word, bro. I can't say it. I'm not wired for it. Let's see, where are we? I need to close these as I go. We did this, we did this. Here we go. I love this clip. This is like child's first child pornography case with Tommy and Nick.
Provocative images were... Yes, it was legal in the circumstance that no explicitly nude images were sent. Provocative images were sent, but nothing 100% nude.
Those provocative images were there on both ends or just from her?
Just from her, and apparently the pictures in her underwear were on her Twitter and her Instagram.
So anybody could have them.
They were public consumption. They were on social media.
So we have no child porn involved. 0.
All right. So we have that clip. Hopefully that's in context. I don't know how you could even clip that out of context. So those images of her were when she was 14 or 15. But I think we're going with 14. I think that's what most people say that she originally was after the fact instead of 13. I think it was like 13, 14, 15. We'll go with the middle. We'll be fair and go with the middle. The images would be of her while she was 14. She even explains what those images were in this document. Hold on. Okay. What people don't understand is that they're not nudes. They're just revealing and sexually explicit. One photo of me in my complete normal underwear, and one with an arm covering my breasts. Now, I'm assuming the arm covering her breasts one would possibly be unclothed. Otherwise, she would mention that she had clothes on, and it's not just her arm covering her breasts. I don't know. That's how it reads to me. If someone else has a different reading of that, feel free to pitch in chat. But that's how it reads to me. So when you have pictures of a 14-year-old girl on your phone, let's break this down. Imagine, like, someone catches you, the police catch you, and they pull out your phone, and they're like, you have revealing and sexually explicit images of a 14-year-old girl on your phone. But hey, it's not child porn. All good. All good, clear. You're in the clear, buddy. Oh, she was just in her underwear? It's that easy. It's that easy. All right. Where are we at now? Oh yeah, and the argument that it's public, so it's not child pornography, as if child porn doesn't get on social media and has to be taken down constantly. Terrible point overall, but he also brings up Canada in his original video on the topic, which is the whole reason why I made an argument about Canadian law, is because he references Canada in his video. So let's play that clip real quick. Jazz music off.
Age of 16, as confirmed by the entire cast of Hot Wet Soup, unless they were lying. Whether it was Canada or a state that he resided in, he could have legally had sex with this girl.
Let's run that back.
Age of 16, as confirmed by the entire cast of Hot Wet Soup, unless they were lying. Whether it was Canada or a state that he resided in, he could have legally had sex with this girl.
He could have legally had sex with this girl. Mind you, that he's saying this after outlining in the same video that he already knows that she was 14 or 15. Age of consent laws don't apply to lied ages. What the fuck are you talking about? Okay. Let's cool down for a second. If you look up Zaptai online, anywhere, this is another reason why I brought up Canadian law. It says his birthplace is Canada. If you go down here, it says he was born and raised in Canada. He was a law student for 2 years, and you're trying to convince me that he wouldn't know the laws around messaging minors and child pornography in Canada? Hard sell. Especially considering that he made videos using the law against people like Red Kiwis and Lion Maker. Here's his Red Kiwis video, playing the victim. And here's his Lion Maker video, the Streisand effect. Now, I pulled up an archive from the official government website for Canada during the exact time frame that this would have happened. And I'm pretty sure it was consistent even before this. So if you want to go pull up the archive yourself, go ahead. But when you look up the definition of child pornography in Canada, any written material, visual representation, or audio recording that advocates or counsels sexual activity with a person under the age of 18 years, that would be an offense under this act. And of course, the act they're talking about, bold letters right here. What conversations was he having? Well, let's go through. Wow, I'm lame. Shooting myself. Oh my fucking god. LMAO, I spent too long. Also, thank you for the 50, my nigga.
Sure, dude. That's fine. That's why I won't ever...
Bunker Buster, thank you for the 50. There was a thing in your original video you didn't mention. Big B would not be in trouble for possession, but he would also be in trouble for sexual tourism in Canada just because he wanted to go to Washington for sex because of the age of consent. Yes, crossing state lines, it does revert to the federal age of consent. I forgot to mention that in my original video, which would have been illegal anyways. The law about immoral communications with a minor in Washington, crossing state lines, violating the federal age of consent, the fact that it's child porn in Canada doesn't help. He's talking about she's worth getting arrested for, and he wants to fuck her. Oh my god. Don't, LMAO, fuck me. I can't wait to. What else is in here? This is just talking about the relationship. Just gonna leave this here, assuming that that's a picture. Oh my fucking god. Have fun, do whatever you want with that. Did you just take that? Mm-hmm. Then I want to jump to you right now and take that bra off. Luckily for you, I rarely have it on anyways. Good. There's no reading between the lines there.
I think that Technicals quite literally just wants to like hurt Digby just to hurt me because he knows I care about him. And I think that's the way that it's been done. And that's why I personally hate the guy.
Right, DeOrio. Right. Got it. What else do we have? Okay, that's the first thing that he doesn't think is worth addressing. He doesn't think that the fake narrative about child pornography, that's not worth addressing. What's the other thing? This clip right here. The several times, I said this earlier, but the several times that he says that it would have been legal. It wasn't illegal, in fact. He asserts that multiple times throughout this series. That's not worth addressing in any, like, serious capacity. Whoopsies. Whoops.
Yes, it was legal.
Hold on, let me turn off this fucking jazz music. He's got this hip-hop shit playing.
On the circumstance that no explicitly nude images were sent. Provocative images were sent, but nothing 100% nude. So as far as I know, this doesn't even break the fucking law? So after
As far as I know, which is fucking nothing, this doesn't even break the law? Ah, dude, that's not worth... It's not worth addressing. We're just gonna... Did you guys see the Unseen video? Let's look at that instead. Just kidding, I'm not looking at that shit. And then following up with this clip, he says he could legally have sex with her. We already played that clip, but let's listen to it again. Let's roll it back. Let's roll it back.
he could have legally had sex with this girl.
Play it again.
Whether it was Canada or a state that he resided in, he could have legally had sex with this girl.
That's not worth addressing. That blatant lie about legally having sex with a girl that you already know was not even 16 in this case that you did. Not worth addressing. Go watch Tom's video, guys. Go watch the Unseen's video. Don't pay attention to this. Don't criticize this. This is fine. What's up with your guys' vendetta? Search your souls. Come on. You'll notice that a lot of these mistakes would require a level of charitability you would not see them give to anyone else. But let's not mention that. On to the next point. Let's see. Does he have the correction in here? Yes, he does. Okay. Johnny Blake, thank you for the 5. Are you going to keep the stream up? Yes. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Let me check my DMs again just to make sure DeOrio isn't trying to get in right now. Let's see. Don't see him. I did not see him anywhere. Is he active on Twitter? That's the question. He posted something 2 hours ago. He liked something 57 minutes ago.
I love Israel. I love Israel. Gone.
We'll see. We'll see. All right, now let's talk about this correction that he put immediately after I pointed out that he got the ages wrong in the case, which only took me, like a day looking into it. Like, ages are the easiest part to get down when you're doing an allegation. So it's insane that he did 3 whole videos and needs a correction years later because I decided I was bored and wanted to look at it. But anyways, he says, I stated that Zaptai was 19/20 instead of just 20. While unintentional, the reason for this mistake was because I mixed up ages when they met and the day they started dating. Zaptai met Heather when he was 19, and she was understood to be 17 around April 2016. Zaptai, at 20, started dating Heather, 17 turning 18, around September. The relationship broke off around December, shortly after she admitted to lying about her age, claiming she was a year younger. Okay. First off, anyone 17 or anyone any age is turning the next age. That is how ages work. A relevant point to bring up. But if you look at Heather's timeline of them starting to talk in late September, which she provides a timeline in her twitlonger that was posted.
I love Israel. Gone.
Oh shit.
Gone.
Thank you for the 5, Renee the Casual. Will you make a detective tech on DeOrio? He's slimy and kind of a rat. Who knows? Who knows what the future holds? Who knows what the future holds? But this twitlonger that was posted February 5th, 2017, which was how many years before this? This is 2 years. This was posted 2 years before his video. She says, we started talking late September around the same time that he was dating 3 other girls. So normally when you're doing an allegation and you're going to look at the ages and what they're actually being pinned for, you wouldn't go back 5 months to say, oh, well, they technically met around April 2016 when he was 19. Hold on. Let me say something real quick. Where the actual sexting... Okay. Yeah, she gives the timeline where the actual sexting took place, which was late September. She says this in 2017 in her document. And then Zaptai would have been 20 for already 3.5 months. Where's the fucking thingy-mabobber? Oh, I didn't pull that up. Let me just do it fucking live. Fuck it, we'll do it live. So his birthday, May 29th. Let me show you how to do this, if you guys don't know. It's actually incredibly easy. So May 29th, 1996, that's his birthday, right? So we'll pull up an age calculator. Do the math for us. The fuck was it again? May 29th, 1996? May 29th, 1996. Oops, 6. September. We'll do mid-September, even be fair there. And if you look here, this was dated February 2017, right? So it would have to be 2016, late September, because she's not talking about the future. So we have to do 2016, September. 2016, mid-September, calculate. 20, 3 months, and 14 days. He would have already been 20 for like 3 months and a half at this point. Thank you for the 5, Visionary. Thank you for the 5, Apple.
Israel.
What up, my niggas? I have no idea what the fuck is happening, but I got paid last night, so here's 5 bones. Thank you. Can you catch me up, or is the VOD gonna be up? The VOD's gonna be up. You love Tucker Carlson? Okay. Okay. So we just established, at the time that she said all of this happened, which was late September, he would have been 20 for 3.5 months. Okay? DeOrio went back 5 months. He went back 5 months to April 2016 to say he might have been 19 when they met. Which is, I can't state how irrelevant that is. I really can't. I really can't state how irrelevant it is when they met. That's not the allegation. The allegation is that he is sexting a girl when he was 20, when he presumably knew that she was 16. Okay? This is another point he didn't think was worth addressing. I don't agree. I think that's pretty important to address. And then this part of the correction says the relationship broke off around December, shortly after she admitted to lying about her age, claiming she was a year younger. Now, you'd read that, and you wouldn't immediately assume that, oh, he was still sexting this girl when he thought she was 16. You would just think, oh, it kind of broke off after he figured it out. He didn't write this accidentally. It's very deliberately written like this. You can tell with the ages. And I can tell it's deliberate because even to this day, he is obfuscating the details to try to make you believe that the ages aren't as bad. It wasn't as bad. It's not 16. Don't look at the 16. He didn't even write 16 in this correction. He wrote out 19. He wrote out 17. He wrote out 2016. But he only wrote her age, claiming she was a year younger. And the reason I harp on saying that he was messaging a 16-year-old is because he says he was messaging a 16-year-old. Right here, dude. Right here. Was talking to a 16-year-old a fucked up thing to do? Yes, won't challenge that. Why would he say that if he wasn't talking to her inappropriately when he thought she was 16? Here is an example of DeOrio trying to mislead you on the ages, yet again. So I'm calling him out for this, or whatever, what my actual argument is, because he's misrepresenting it. Smaggle comes in. He says, it was 2017. That equals a 3-year age gap. And then he's referring to the zero case, which was 1914, being a 5-year age gap. Then he says, see the difference, or see a difference. Guess who's in the likes? He doesn't correct him. Doesn't say anything about it being inaccurate. He just likes the tweet. Okay, that's one instance. That's one instance, right? I can't get him on that. What about this clip from 15 days ago when he's reacting to Michael Alberto? Let's drop the jazz music for a second.
Joke. He didn't think he was going to be imminently arrested for talking to a girl he thought was 17 years old. To my knowledge, again, I made this video in 2019, but I'm pretty sure this is where we were at like the last the clarification message that's in all the descriptions. To my knowledge, the situation was Ed was talking to somebody who he had believed to be 17 years old, whilst he was talking to fucking 5 other girls, supposedly, who were all 18, including an IRL girlfriend he was cheating on, because he was talking to fucking anyone and everybody, all right? So he talked to this one girl because he thought she was 17 years old. So I initially thought it was 1916, it was actually 2017. So when her birthday comes and she's supposed to turn 8...
Hold on.
Whilst he was talking to fucking 5 other girls, supposedly, who were all 18, including an IRL girlfriend he was cheating on, because he was talking to fucking anyone and everybody, all right? So he talked to this one girl because he thought she was 17 years old. So I initially thought it was 1916, it was actually 2017.
I initially thought it was 1916. Why the fuck? Okay, jazz music on. Initiate jazz music. I need to chill. Okay. Why would he think that it was 1916? The date of the allegation that was posted in 2017 that I don't think has been contested is late September. Late September. The girl in this post says I was 16 at the time. Ed was 20. In Ed's post talking about it, he says was talking to a 16-year-old a fucked up thing to do. Yes, won't challenge that. How did he think it was 1916 originally? Is this why he keeps bringing up the 19 thing? Because he went back 5 months before the allegation to even have a possibility of saying that it could be 19. That's what fucking confuses me. And then in the clip he says now he knows it was like 2017, and then they broke it off after he found out she was a year younger. Let me play the rest of that.
So when her birthday comes and she's supposed to turn 18, because she was turning 18 in a couple of months, the interaction that I'm aware of...
So when it came up that she was almost going to turn 18 in a couple of months, maybe like 60 days... Bro, I would understand me. Let me jazz music. I need to chill. I would understand making this argument if it was like a week or something. Maybe 2 weeks, her birthday's coming up. A couple of months? Nigga, a couple of months? What? What the fuck does that have to do with anything? That's incredible.
Is that she goes, actually, Ed, I kind of have to come clean about something. I'm actually turning 17. Yeah. Ooh. And then Ed talked to her for like another it's either between a week and a month. I can't possibly remember the time frame. And then they
either kept talking for a week or a month. A week or a month. And Ed has already said it was fucked up to talk with a 16-year-old. It wouldn't be fucked up if he wasn't having sexual conversations. It's very obvious that that's what was happening. Okay, let's move on. He doesn't think that this is important to address, though. This is just one of those side arguments. Okay. Let's continue. Anonymous, thank you for the 5. I don't see him cheating on 5 girls as a pattern of behavior. Right. And he also said that all the other girls were over 18. That's actually not true. One of the girls was 17 when he was 19. I don't even need to... I could show you a clip for that, but he's not going to deny that, so... I just think it's weird that he says that here, but whatever. Moving on. Also, you can see people to this day, like Smaggle, repeating the misinformation. 2017, 2017. Look at the 17. Don't look at the 16. Look at the 17. Okay, on to the next point. We're almost done here. This is not a very in-depth video, so... He says next, in fact, Technicals has publicly stated he agrees with my position that Zaptai is not a pedophile. Given the way he tries to paint me as someone who ruined or tremendously fucked up this investigation, one would assume we disagree? Just because I agree that he isn't specifically a pedophile does not mean I don't disagree with your pseudo-legal defenses, lying about the ages, and misrepresenting the severity of the situation. Obviously, that one point, which is ironically a technicality, does not mean I agree with you on everything else. I don't know why you're saying I'm painting you that way, you're painting yourself that way. Okay. That one was pretty short to respond to. Okay, on to the next one. Augie and I rarely got any questions or requests for clarification on anything Technicals claimed because, quite frankly, the video appealed to people who either didn't know us or hated us, and really only got viewed by that demographic. The Unseen did a video dissecting the entire drama and also came to similar conclusions I did. Even content creators who broke this down unbiasedly came to the same conclusion I did. Okay. So I'm assuming you only said this part to insinuate that my video was biased with a biased audience, so it couldn't have possibly made any cogent points worth responding to. But because this other guy agrees with you on some points, that means it's the official source on the topic. That's my understanding of this post right here. I don't even know why you made it. You are consistently credited as the expert on Zaptai.
I love Israel.
You're good friends with Zaptai, and you've done a majority of the first-hand interviews. If you were confident in your coverage, you wouldn't need to refer to other people as a vouch. Just address the points. That's like me saying, oh, the franchise and Kusari, they kind of agree with me on my 0 takeaways and my arguments. And they were unbiased, so that means my coverage was just right? Wow, that's crazy. That's incredible. No, that's stupid. That's not a real argument. Renee, the casual, thank you for the 10. These guys don't understand that being a pedo was never your main defense or argument of 0. It's the fact that these surface skimming hacks are lazy and hypocritical in all these communities. So true. So true. The franchise pointed out in chat that the Unseen literally said he was biased at the start of his video. I don't know. I was not about to watch a 3-hour video. All I know is that a lot of other people were reached out to for the video, like Nicholas DeOrio, the franchise, probably some other people. I have never received a DM from the Unseen on like Twitter, or if he tried to contact me somewhere else, I didn't see it. That's all I know. Okay. All right, next point. Technicals claims we have been running from him. Let's see if there's a DM for DeOrio to come on the stream. Wait, I'm claiming that he's running from me. Is there... Does he want to come on? No, no DM here. No, I don't see anything on Twitter. Huh. Okay. Despite us agreeing to a truce, he enthusiastically signed last year. Okay, we signed a truce because it was getting annoying for everyone involved. That doesn't mean you weren't running. Again, very poor attempt at an argument. I don't understand what he's saying here. Technicals claims we have been running from him despite never responding to Tommy C. Tommy C, in his response to me, said that commentary is not a monolith, so I don't understand the we here when I'm saying you're running from me. You and specifically Augie, but I don't really care about Augie because he's not an expert on this shit, and he basically takes your word for it. You were running from me. Fuck Tommy C. Who cares about Tommy C? I don't give a shit. Technicals claims we have been running from him, and I don't believe he's ever properly responded to Augie's manifesto stream where he spent 1 hour breaking down everything. Okay, I offered to talk to Augie on multiple occasions on the... I offered to talk with him again multiple times in the format he's on every day. I offered to talk with Augie on stream multiple times, okay? So if he had accepted any of those offers, his manifesto would have been responded to in full. That wouldn't even be a problem. So I don't get this point either. It's delusional that you're attempting to twist someone being completely transparent with invitations to talk, even right now, as running away. The only one buying that shit has to be you, and everyone sucking your... No, I'm not gonna go there. I'm not gonna go there. I'm better than that. Look at me. I'm better than that, okay? I'm not going there. Alright, let's go to the next point. Technicals made a really biased video disguised as an investigation, to close the case on a deplorable person who's tried to sue a 14-year-old into a submission after fully confessing to her allegation. He will never stick to this and defend it. He will always pivot. He knows he's wrong. Congrats on getting Niaro banned, though. Call it 1 for 2. I mean, shit, you could come on right now. You could fuck me in the ass on this. It sounds like you got me dead to rights. Where is he? Where is he again? Oh, yeah, not here.
I think that Technicals quite literally just wants to like hurt Bigby just to hurt me because he knows I care about him. And I think that's the way that it's been done. And that's why I personally hate the guy. Bigby didn't do anything wrong, so he didn't do anything to you.
Okay. This part just reads like petty jabs to me because you're upset, but I'll humor it. Fuck it. Let's go. We ball. What do you mean when you say the video was disguised as an investigation? Like I don't do actual research. You were sucking my dick about the Skyhouse video and how I saved lives. Where is it? Right here. You were sucking my dick about the Skyhouse video and how you weren't confident that you could do it. You weren't confident. I was your saving grace. I was your saving grace. But when you disagree with me on my Zero video, all of a sudden it's a fake investigation. The other investigations, they were all real. This one just happened to be fake. Fake investigation. I'm not going to break down like you and say, oh my god, they're smearing my friend, just because you decided to call Zero a deplorable person. I couldn't care less. But if you're going to mention the case, at least try to get the stuff accurate. Even on Twitter, it seemed like you were trying to fit in as many adjectives as possible because you were getting really upset and you were like, this fucking disgusting sick freak. You fucking... You're a revolving door for predators in the Nintendo community. Okay, buddy. Let's see. He retracted his confession because it was made under duress. And whether you agree with that or not, I don't really care. That's what the explanation is. You could bring that up with Zero. I don't make the explanations. I literally just reported on what he did with his confession. He retracted it because he was under duress and he attempted to kill himself. Like, there was even an attempt he made later, like a couple months later. So I don't... That's the argument there. What else? Thank you for the 10, Anonymous. I'll read that in a second.
I love Israel.
And this was 9 years ago, so she'd be 23, not 14. The way you phrase this, you make it seem like he's suing a 14-year-old. No, she's 23. This was 9 years ago. It's like when Jacob Wolf said I was trying to dox a 15-year-old just because I wanted to know. Just know. I wasn't even gonna fucking publish it. I wanted to know who the anonymous accuser was in this case, like literally any other person looking into an allegation. And I was accused of doxing then. So, but I'm just surprised that DeOrio is not more charitable here, considering he actually had a defense of Pyro, where he said, hold on, let's pull this up. Right here, turn the jazz music off. Let me read this $10 donation real quick. If Nick wants to call someone deplorable, maybe he should look at his good friend Bunk, who has said that having pedo thoughts is a mental illness that's treatable like depression. I don't know about that. I can't comment on that. I know nothing about that, so... I haven't heard anything about Bunk since he, like, posted him having sex to a Nicholas DeOrio video a while ago, which was funny as fuck, but... And then reading the casual thing for the 5, he is a deplorable person, F that dude, but he has a right to make content and a right to due process. That's fair. That's fair. See, DeOrio would say some shit like,
I hate him because I don't think he actually thinks any of the stuff he's saying. I think he's just trying to twist the knife, because he knows that, like, this matters to me.
That's not my response. I don't give a shit.
I love Israel. Gone.
If that's what you feel, live your truth. But this is his... this is what he says in response to the Pyro stuff when he's talking about his allegations. This is why I'm surprised he's not more charitable in other cases where it was 9 years ago, because he said this.
If he got away with it on the skin of his ass, I might get shit for saying this. He's right. There's no allegation like this that's come out in the last 3 years. All of these are older. At some point, he obviously realized, and then he changed the way he was doing it. So if he learned his lesson back then, I'm not really nervous now. Even if he did, if every allegation here is true, and he learned his lesson and he's never done anything like that again.
Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you. No big deal.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look at Ivory's permit again. Hang on.
Remind you, DeOrio is even like posting about the Pyro case now that there's a new video on it. But the allegations against Pyro were the dating a French girl who was 14 when he was 18, and the stuff with Ivory, which was the furry inflation when he was 19, and I think Ivory was 15, and then turned 16 during the interactions. So he's saying that nothing happened recently, and he clearly changed how he was behaving behind the scenes, so he's not nervous about him. Because clearly he's not doing it anymore. But with Zero, when he has inappropriate flirting messages with a girl he knows is 14 when he's 19, and then 9 years later, he's like, no, this is still a disgusting, sick person that would do this every day of the week. I can't trust him around children or anything like that. Comes off to me slightly like virtue signaling. I mean, you're entitled to your opinion if you like are still worried about it. But his stance on Pyro is that he probably changed and isn't doing it anymore. But that's not the case for other people. Yo, Nikolai, thank you for the 50. I love how Nicholas has to refer to idioms and catchphrases to make himself sound smarter than he actually is. All style, no substance. That's crazy. And in my video, one of the major takeaways was very similar to something he said right here. Was that I don't think this thing that happened this long ago, with no evidence that he's, reoffending, there's no evidence that he's being weird around minors or children, even after he got rich and famous, since his shit happened before he was rich and had, less access to children or wherever. I didn't think it was something that defined him as a person and all of his interactions and relationships. That was a main argument and a main takeaway. I didn't think that was controversial at the time, considering everyone else's coverage, but it's controversial when convenient, so. He said the exact same thing about Zaptai as well. Yeah, I don't doubt it. You can find that for sure. And then, obviously, he misspelled Nairo's name here, but he gave me props for getting him banned. You can really tell he proofread the shit out of this serious statement before posting it. He calls me a revolving door for predators in the Nintendo community, but in the same statement, he's giving me props for getting one of them banned. And Zero's also still banned. I never made the argument he shouldn't be banned. It's just, I don't give a fuck if he's uploading YouTube videos. Okay. Now this part. I'll be the first to tell you the video isn't perfect. It's 4 years old. I've issued clarifications, and despite its imperfections, I am happy with it. I have found that the videos as a series more or less stand up to the test of time. There are certainly arguments in the video I wouldn't make if I was approaching this in 2023. That same unseen person made some pretty solid critiques of some stupid legal arguments I made, for example. I'm assuming the imperfect arguments are the misrepresenting the legality, obfuscating the ages constantly, minimizing the images, and accusing her of being a clout chaser, which was this clip right here.
Oh, well, I guess two people who legally could have sex with each other were in a...
There we go.
I rationalized it as such. Ah, well, I guess two people who legally could have sex with each other were in an e-relationship, whatever that means, for a few months, and then they had a falling out. The girl decided to call him out mid-drama for a bit of clout, and you know what? That's not a crazy leap of judgment to land on. And for all you Brits out there standing on your high horses with your arms crossed furiously, getting ready to spam my comment section, it's legal over there for you guys to do this shit too, so get the stick out of your ass. But
basically promoting it at this point. Like, I don't even... Hey, Brits! Hey, Brits, you can do this too. If you put your mind to it, it's legal over there also. Jazz music, initiate. Those arguments, those little arguments that you fucked up. Yeah, sure, I might have said it was, it would have been legal to go fuck a 14-year-old. Little oopsie. Sure, I might have gone back 5 months to say that he was 19 at some point. So people would, their first thought would be 1917. Just a tiny oopsie. Sure, I called her a clout chaser and said British people should also get some. Just some silly mistakes. But the Unseen had some great criticism. And I stand behind that video. Whoops. Where's the part? Hold on. There's a part of the fucking... Is it right here? No. I need the interview. He introduces the interview with the same, like... Hold on. Where is it? Right here. He mentions the 19 shit before the interview even starts, too. Watch this.
Actions
Hold on. Jazz music.
between herself and Zaptai. And she had allegedly catfished the, at the time, 19-year-old Zaptai, saying that she was 17 or 16 years of age, when in reality...
Play that again.
Herself and Zaptai. And she had allegedly catfished the, at the time, 19-year-old Zaptai, saying that she was 17 or 16 years of age, when in reality, she was actually 14. And at no point did...
You don't even hear him say 20 there. You don't even hear 20. She catfished the allegedly at the time 19-year-old Zaptai. Even though none of the sexting, none of the really serious shit took place until late September. Right. Where are we now? I think we're almost done with this. Oh, yeah, we're here. Basically, while I admit the video itself is flawed, I do find that it more or less stands up to the test of time, alongside its subsequent entries and documented clarifications. If you don't like my video, watch Tom's. If you don't like Tom's, watch Unseen. If you don't like Unseen, watch Tommy, or Augie, or anyone else who discusses this stuff. Again, bringing up other people to kind of distract from the really bad arguments he made in his videos. He's like, well, if you don't like it, just go watch it somewhere else. Don't criticize me. What the heck? Where is this fucking... Here we go, right here. I need to change accounts real quick. Okay. So these tweets right here, it seems like Nick is conceding a couple points that he actually did get wrong, and I'll explain that real quick. Let's just read the thread. Alex says, just saw Miguel's script for July Surprise. He needs to bail ASAP. Some of his points. Nick said Zaptai was 19 when he started dating the girl in his vid, but Zaptai was actually 20. Nick has conceded on this and corrected. Nick made bad legal arguments in his videos and will contrast this with his Kiwi stance. Nick conceded on this. And then Nick responds by saying, is this just the Unseen's criticism of me, but angry and higher pitched? LMFAO. And as we saw in his document, he has consistently pointed to the Unseen's criticism as valid, so he probably sees these points as accurate. If that's not true, I will clarify later. Nick, if you didn't actually concede on those points, let me know, and I will clarify that. But it seems like you're agreeing that you conceded on those 2 points. Okay. I don't think you understand what you're conceding to when you do, though. You're conceding to lying about the ages. You're conceding to making a fake legal argument in defense of this guy. And then you just move on. You're like, oh, well, shit, the rest was good. I mean, he's a good dude, so I guess the ends justify the means. That's what you're conceding to when you say shit like this. Like, I don't personally remember ever lying about the ages in any case I've ever done. And even in the Zero case, I refrained from bringing up the age of consent in Chile, where he's from, because it's actually 14 in Chile, which I don't agree with, but it's 14 in Chile. You could look it up right now. It's 18 for homosexual couples. They're probably homophobic, but whatever. I don't care. Because it wouldn't have been legal in the context of the discussion, because it was international. It didn't make any sense to bring up, and it also doesn't defeat the moral argument either, which is why I didn't bring it up. But when you bring it up, you just, after the fact, you're like, oh, well, whoopsie. I guess it was my bad. And then you can't be criticized for it. Incredible. All right, we're almost done with this. Almost done with this. Again, he tries to pawn off the responsibility to other people, even though he's the supposed expert. I am not the only one to come to these conclusions, nor am I the most viewed person to come to these conclusions. I was, however, the first, and I do not apologize for the one genuinely good thing I've done with my platform. Again, the ends justify the means. It doesn't matter if he lied about the ages. It doesn't matter if he lied about child pornography arguments. It doesn't matter if he lied about legal arguments. The ends justify the means. That's all that matters here. He did a good thing. And then the last point. Well, there's actually 2 more segments, but the last one doesn't really matter. People who criticize me will often attack me using outrageous comparisons to entirely different allegations of a sexual nature that exist in wildly different contexts. Victims are not interchangeable, and neither are their stories. I am never creating a tier list of allegations to platform a R-worded debate. I'm not saying that. You're not going to catch me. That's a no-no word. Let me see. He says that victims are not interchangeable and neither are their stories. Which I think is weird because he's like acting like allegations are complex and hard to understand, and every 15-year-old doesn't have videos about allegations and can't like see the similarities between it. It's not that hard to see one 20-year-old sexting a 16-year-old and then compare arguments made to another 20-year-old sexting a different 16-year-old. They're not that unique. They're not snowflakes. I don't get that. Like, what? They're fucking snowflakes? They're so unique. Every victim unique. Every one a special story. A new adventure. Like, what? It's not that complicated, dude. I just watched a 17-year-old break down for an hour how ancient reality was basically a pedophile. It's not that complicated. And it's not creating a tier list when someone brings attention to you showing favoritism based on how one person responds in a case, not caring how they respond at all in another, like with Minilad, or just lying in favor of someone because they're your friend who didn't do anything wrong.
Big V didn't do anything wrong, so he didn't do anything to you.
Case-by-case basis tech? No, yeah, for sure. It is case-by-case. But a 20-year-old sexting a 16-year-old in one case is still wrong in another case of another 20-year-old sexting a 16-year-old. The amount of remorse only shifts the culpability so much. Like, if you look at like actual law, like actual criminal law, if someone has a plea bargain and they apologize, they get a lighter sentence, they're still getting a sentence, right? So all I'm asking for is consistency on a baseline. If we're gonna attack one person and be like, okay, well, because they crossed this line, no more platform, no more content, and they should be ridiculed for the rest of time. But if the baseline is, if they have a good response and feel bad about it, that needs to be the consistent baseline. And that's my issue here. There is no baseline for that. It's, I like this guy, this is my friend, you're smearing him, stop it. Stop doing that.
I think that Technicals quite literally just wants to like hurt Big B just to hurt me because he knows I care about him. And I think that's the way that it's been done. And that's why I personally hate the guy.
Caring about someone should not factor this much into the facts of the case. It shouldn't matter. Like, really, honestly, what my intent is if the case is this fucked up. Like, I think I've shown you exactly point for point how it's fucked up. Whatever my intentions are, it doesn't matter. Whatever anyone's intentions are criticizing Zero, it doesn't matter. If they're right, they're right. If they're wrong, they're wrong. Arguments stand on the claims being made and the evidence being shown. I don't know why he gets all emotional and starts fucking crying about it, but... And then this last paragraph, we're going to end it off here. I have to do something after this, but I'll wait like 10 minutes to see if DeOrio hops in. Alongside that, @AnonBird wrote an entire script last year with redundancies included for a separate project that never ended up releasing. It was designed to clarify this case thoroughly with all of the new information we have gathered over the years and corrections. You should probably just publish that research at this point, because it's often a coward's first Nick DeOrio video. If you call him out, you're a fucking coward. But meanwhile, he will take the time to write a Google Doc about this and post it to Twitter, but he will not come on and talk about any of the points in his video, because his videos were just that good. They just stood the test of time that well that he can't defend it on any public platform. That's crazy. They aged so well. You guys remember when I debated like 20 people over the details of the Zero case? Because I was that confident in my framing of it and my actual arguments. I'm his boogeyman. I am his boogeyman. You bring up me, you bring up Zaptai, he'll start crying about...
I hate him because I don't think he actually thinks any of the stuff he's saying. I think he's just trying to twist the knife, because he knows that like this matters to me.
And stuff like...
I don't think he actually has a problem with Big B, or really most of my coverage of Big B. I mean, he's told me in private, I can't prove this, he's told me in private he liked the videos before. You know what I mean? It's just like, I don't know, dude, you never had a problem with him before. I think this is to hurt me by going through people I care about.
Right. He gets super emotional about it. Twist the knife. I don't care. I don't really care. Does it matter if I really care? If you like actually lied? If you like actually made false legal arguments in defense of someone? I don't think it matters. I really don't think it matters. I think you want it to matter because the criticism is valid, and that's why you point to someone else who actually kind of likes you and will thank you for a retweet. But yeah, I don't think it does matter. And I did see his videos. I did see his videos in the past when we worked together. But let me give you some context to that. It was like I was working on some random shit like a case or something, right? He shows me this fucking video. I watch it. I have no idea who this guy is. I have no idea the actual details of the case. I don't give a fuck. And we have a casual acquaintance relationship. So I watch his video and I'm like, yeah, it seems fine. Seems good. That's as far as that went. I didn't know who Zaptai was. I wasn't like, wow, dude, you cleared this up. You cleared this up, man. Good shit. No. He tries to use that as like a, dude, you were on my side. What the heck? No, bro. It's like some kid with Down syndrome showed me their art, and I was like, wow, really nice. Let's put it on the fridge. That's the level of response he got. And some people try to say, oh, it's a cope, you know, that he, after they break up, he doesn't think DeOrio's videos are good and he's boring. I cut him out of the Sky House. I cut it. It was fucking god-awful, dude. He had his PNG tube shtick that fucked with my flow. All he had to do was talk about numbers. It took him until the morning I uploaded it to give it to me. I shouldn't have even added it in the first place. Look. I'll fucking show you right now. I cut that shit straight out of my video. You're not my legacy. Fuck out of here. Where's the DeOrio part? I was the saving grace anyways. I made the better video. Hold on. I'm on the wrong fucking screen. The answer should be one. The fact that it cuts straight from the Keitaro bit. Like, yeah, you fucked up. What is this, Vietnam? What are you, fucking Vietnam? What are you, Vietnam? Jisoo became a... That abrupt cut? That's where DeOrio used to be. Because your part fucking sucked. I got comments about that shit sucking. I make better videos than you. You know this. No one is like, oh my god, DeOrio's videos are so funny. I love rewatching them. They're totally not a one and done. Come on, bro. Let's be real. Alright, let's check again to see if... No, DeOrio has not messaged me. Nope. Still gone. Yeah, I also hate his whiny ass New Yorker voice and his Tommy C clown ass laugh. It's obnoxious. His whole shtick is being obnoxious, which is like, you do you, bro, but I've never watched a DeOrio video to completion that wasn't to get information. Why would anyone willingly do that? It's like I don't really have an issue with Boblax, but I don't watch his videos because I fucking hate hearing people who lisp. Nothing against Boblax, but I cannot listen to you, bro. I'm sorry. It's too much lisping. Fix it now! Okay, no DeOrio? Alright. Well, hopefully he doesn't get out his red pen like he did on Twitter seconds after I said that I was going to respond to it on stream. He posted this shit. What the fuck is this?
Ignore. Definitely ignore. Nope. Ew. Technical claims we have been running from him, despite never responding to Tommy C.
Again, what the fuck does Tommy C have to do with you, bro? You're a grown-ass man. Stand up for yourself. Fight back. Fight back, nigga. Fight back.
Big V didn't do anything wrong, so he didn't do anything to you.
Alright. Well, that concludes today's stream. Going over all the points. I already know these fucking dick riders are going to hear everything that I said in this video with actual hyperlinks to the points being made. Accuse it of being clipped out of context. Accuse it of being reaching. Whatever. Anyone looking into this knows that he's full of shit. I don't... Like, anyone could go look into this. It doesn't have to be me. I mean, he literally is promoting the unseen, criticizing him for the same shit. So it's not like this isn't actually a problem. He said that his shit was fucked. He said his video was fucked, but it aged well. And there's arguments he wouldn't make in 2023, and we all know what those arguments are, so... Right. Thank you guys for stopping by. Thank you for all the donations. I appreciate it. And I'm gonna go work on a different case that has nothing to do with this shit. Hell yeah.
That's why I won't ever be cool with him again.